was founded after 9/11 because they recognized that some people did something and that all of us were starting to lose access to our civil liberties.
Well, those newly revealed comments that, quote, some people did something on 9/11 by Democratic Congresswoman Ilhan Omar at an event for the Council on American Islamic Relations last month prompted some swift and intense backlash. But the freshman fighting back tonight, even invoking the words of President George W. Bush in her defense, tweeting, "The people and the people who knocked these buildings down will hear all of us soon." Was Bush, she wrote, downplaying the terrorist attack? What if he was a Muslim? Well, President Trump, a short time ago, fired back with a tweet of his own, saying simply, "We will never forget." Earlier, I spoke to Hassan Shibly, head of CAIR's Florida chapter. He was actually there with the Congresswoman at the event when she made those remarks about 9/11. Here he is. Why couldn't she say, instead of some people did something, how about saying some savage terrorist killed 3,000 Americans?
Well, because it goes without saying that whoever did the horrific acts of 9/11 are savage terrorist monsters. And the presumption that a Muslim congresswoman especially, or any Muslim would think otherwise, is itself an Islamophobic trope. She should be afforded the same deference that the average white American is.
So why didn't she show basic respect for the dead? Pardon me, sir, but why didn't? You said it goes without saying. Why not say it? And then go on with whatever your point is and say savage terrorists, radical Islamic terrorists killed innocent Americans. Why not say that?
I encourage everybody to watch the full 20 minutes to get the full context. The video was actually viewed over 2 million times because Fox News itself live streamed it. And for 3 weeks, nobody made an issue of this because if you watch the full 20 minutes, it was appropriate. The point she was trying to make was that literally some people did something and it was horrible. And as a result of some people doing something, literally there has been countless hate crimes against the Muslim community. Millions of American Muslims have been treated like second-class citizens. And just a week before, let's not forget that these comments came a week after 50 Muslims were killed in cold blood in New Zealand.
And that was
the point of the message was that a lot of people lost rights. A lot of people lost their rights because of the horrific acts of a few monsters.
Okay. And you know what? If I was talking about, if I decided to give a speech about the Muslims who were savagely killed, unfairly, tragically in New Zealand, I wouldn't say some people, something happened to some people. I would say that 50 Muslims were savagely killed. And then I would move on with what I had to say. Why couldn't she just say it for what it was?
I mean, she has many times, and it's, I think, very clear
she said it
that she has. But I think she's held to a double. Let me be clear. She's held to a double standard. In fact, many times, white American men have said the exact kinds of things Congresswoman Ilhan Omar have said, but they have not faced the backlash because there is a hypocrisy. And I want to see, where's the condemnations for the death threats that Ilhan Omar continuously receives?
She should not
Where
get
are the
death
condemnations for her loyalty being questioned?
Okay, no one's calling for her to be killed. That is outrageous. She should not face death threats.
And that's happening daily. Every single day she's getting all these death threats.
So here's my last question,
held to a different standard.
To be clear, she should never face a death threat. No Democrat, Republican, man, woman, Catholic, Muslim. It's outrageous what's happening in terms of the political dialogue, and she should not face these death threats. But here's my question. Does she not have some responsibility herself with her own words? Let's not forget, she recently made these controversial comments about Jews in America and around the world. Shouldn't she be a little more careful with her own tone?
I think she's being held to a completely unfair standard. President Trump himself has made anti-Semitic remarks questioning the loyalty of Jews, calling the Prime Minister of Israel the leader of American Jews. He didn't get any backlash.
That wasn't anti-Semitic. What do you mean? President Trump was not being anti-Semitic in praising the Israeli premier.
That was an anti-Semitic trope. No, when he was claiming American Jews' leader was Netanyahu.
Okay, well, that wasn't my question.
My question is, again, there's a different...
I've got 15 seconds. I'm going to give you a chance. Should she change her tone? You can say no, but should she be responsible for her words?
I think people need to hear her words in the full context. And I believe if everybody goes to the Fox News website, watches the full 20 minutes of her lecture, they won't have objections to what she said.
And my producers have told me in my ear that that is on the website, and they should hear.
Let us not fight. Yes, it is. It is. And let us just, even if we disagree with each other, let's not incite hatred against each other. The New York Post went too far by using the horrific image of 9/11 to incite hate against her. We can disagree without hating each other, without having death threats. And I appreciate you condemning the death threats that she's been receiving. Thank you.
Those should be condemned, and nobody wants to incite hate. I agree with you 100% on that. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you coming in.
Thank you.